Every bit as he's good, every bit as good as he's looked earlier in the season.
Second down run, and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. In on that tackle, Jules Buenavente. Punch on their first possession. Sierra Canyon, who scored on the opening drive of the game, now has a short field at the 50-yard line. Harris has already thrown one touchdown pass. As you look at Mike Hobby, the head coach. Saw an ad when the real estate business went bad in Florida. Saw an ad at Fresno Roosevelt High School. They said, we haven't won a playoff game since 1953. We're looking for a coach. And he sent off his resume. He was hired, turned them around, got them to the playoffs, and then took this job down here in San Marino. Harris gets hit, and Harris is dropped back at the 40-yard line. Mark Uriardi, 11.5 sacks.
Well, how about Uriardi? He just defeats his man right in the middle of that offensive line at the defensive tackle spot. And then we had a direct beeline to the quarterback, Harris. I mean, that was a great individual effort by being able to get off the block and get right to the quarterback. A huge sack early in this drive. Loss of 5, they'll go to the ground game. And here's Cole, and he runs right into blue jerseys and is stopped for a half-yard gain, bringing up 3rd down and long. And I'm thinking San Marino maybe on that opening drive had a little bit of nerves that have gone by them now. Yeah, see, Steve, what's happening is both offenses are very explosive. We know that. So it's really on the pressure on each of the defenses to come up with plays that are negative plays, tackles for loss. You know, whether it be a sack, whether it be a tackle for loss and a running back in the backfield. You know, these are so key because it forces these 3rd and long situations and sort of neutralizes the effectiveness of these offenses. We saw it with Sierra Canyon was on defense, and now we're seeing it with San Marino. 3rd and long. The rush is coming. Harris takes off, and Harris to the 49-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down and 9, and Sierra Canyon most likely will have to punt the football away. Well, both these defenses are playing inspired. I mean, you know, both these teams don't punt very often. I mean, you know, very few times in a game that they'll punt, and so far we've seen 2 punts in the first quarter, which is actually breaking news for how explosive these offenses are. So Harris drops back as the punter. J.P. Shofi stands at the 20-yard line. And Shofi is going to field it at the 11-yard line and move outside the numbers. You see his escapability, and he dances out of bounds at the 22-yard line. It's Hollenquist who forced him out of bounds. That's going to be a nice matchup here. Hollenquist and Shofi all night long on both sides of the ball. San Marino's resume. They are 14-0. They defeated the #1 seed Charter Oak in the Central Division Championship game. And it was 45-28 at Citrus College, their first CIF championship for San Marino since 1988. Yeah, they actually trailing in that game against Charter Oak, and then that Sierra Canyon game was also another, great game, tough matchup. Quick throw and a catch, and it's enough for a first down, a pickup of 13 yards on the grab, and it's the first catch of the game for Michael Chan. You know, I love the play call because you know that Sierra Canyon, especially on defense, is going to be very aggressive. We've seen that already in the first drive. He's an X factor in this game because the more effective he is, the more effective San Marino will be in the pass game. Glazer slings it over the middle, and it's caught. Guess who? And it's down at the 15-yard line. It's Aiden Santino. 62nd catch of the season. Oh, he's the other guy, the other 1,000-yard receiver. Well, and Santino is unaccounted for. You have to be able to match up with him. I mean, he goes right down the seam. And as you mentioned, it's a great 1-2 punch between both of these receivers. And Santino makes a huge play, down the field. He's had an outstanding year, and he's sort of been he started out the year leading this team in receptions and yards at the beginning of the year, and then of course that changes after starting more because they'll come up with 2 plays that'll be called, and the quarterback has the choice in terms of numbers in the box on which play to go with, and you don't see that many miscommunications. That's what happened there, though. They thought that there was a.
And you wouldn't expect to see it in game number 15. Glazer gets rid of it quickly, and wide open is Shofi, and did he get in? Actually, that's Santino again, and he's in. Touchdown. Santino with his 14th touchdown grab of the season.
Well, the scouting report should say you have to cover Santino. He's had a great year, over 1,000 yards rushing. He gets out on the edge, and how about that run after catch? Able to stay in bounds and finish it off for a touchdown. Santino, the hot hand, has a hot hand, at least early in this game, and Glazer doing a great job of finding the open receiver, as he too is off to a great start. And so there's the answer, right? You knew San Marino was going to score some points in this game. They finally answered the bell and tied this thing at 7.
Carson Glazer with his 46th touchdown throw of the season. He's 8th in the state coming in and moving up the ledger right here.
Comes up and throws the football. Defensive holding. They move the ball half the distance to the goal line. My mistake, it is not a first down. Second down from the 2.5.
Patrick Crowley with the infraction, and being upended in the backfield is Cole. Penetration, and he gets dumped, and it's Mark Uriardi. The senior came in with 69 tackles, 10.5 sacks. We already see he's had a sack in the game, but a big stop for a loss there.
I'll tell you what, that is a big boy football right there with Uriardi and Cole meeting right in the hole right as soon as he got the handoff.
3rd and goal back at the 6 now. Harris almost has to throw this football.
Back shoulder throw to Hollenquist. That's what's coming here.
Hollenquist that was a defensive end coming to clean up the wide receiver 20 yards, or the running back rather, 20 yards downfield. Here's a catch on the far side, and it goes for 6 yards. And that is Akbar Mahmoud, a senior with his 17th catch of the season and first of this game.
Yeah, just a little pick route. You see, it's just a rub route. We just get the ball out in space and just get it in the receiver's hands. Allow them to make some plays out on the edge.
Yep, Mahmoud
was
making the catch with Santino, though, doing the rub.
Yeah, but the thing is once again Glazer just spreading the ball around. Pressure on Glazer, and they almost got burned because he had a step, and it was just a tad overthrown.
Santino now up over 1,400 yards receiving after the catch he had down the middle. And on the ground, a run, and a darn good one. Michael Chan, and then Chan gets hammered from behind by Hollenquist, but still has plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a passing situation, and we talked about Chan and the role he's going to have to play, just a zone read, and it was just a miscommunication by Sierra Canyon. Both defenders were
wiping out the big gain by Chan, firing over the middle, and the catch is made, and there is Shofi in space, and he's run down to the 17-yard line. Wow, the kid's outstanding.
Well, with the explosive offenses that we are seeing tonight, 2nd and 24, not really a big deal. Especially with the protection for Glazer. He had a great time to throw. You have to credit the offensive line. And if you give him that much time and Shofi that much time to be able to get down the field and into his route, there's not many people in California that can keep up with him. And so Shofi was able to beat his man, picks up the 24 yards, and has him down in the red zone.
The game for Sierra Canyon. The guys in white took a 14-7 lead, and now inside the red zone, the Titans, after the timeout, spending their first here of this first half. Glazer gets rid of it quickly, goes for the end zone, and a leaping grab made. Do they stay in bounds? Yes, touchdown. And that is Santino.
Well, have a night. Aiden Santino in a one-on-one coverage situation and able to pull another touchdown in. How about this? The corner route, he's just going to go up and get it. It was actually good coverage, but the throw by Glazer and the catch, the concentration, and also the ability to get 1 foot down in bounds for that touchdown. ties this game at 14. And, we came in, talking about what a big game that, Glazier's going to have. And, oftentimes, you have to, try to stop Shofi because he's had such a phenomenal year. But how about this? Very nice field presence, able to get a foot found by Santino. Very nice catch and touchdown grab by Santino, having a hot night.
Glazer and Santino have hooked up now for both the Titans scoring drives. And for Glazer now, 47 touchdowns as he moves up. He was 8th in the state coming in, and only 3 interceptions on the year. And what boggles my mind is the fact that coming in, he'd only misfired in 14 games on 56 passes. It shows you how accurate he is, how he gets it out. He knows exactly what to do. First and goal, Hollenquist in motion. Hollenquist looking to get to the outside, and they string it out. He gets to the 5. Works all that for 1 yard. With Chan now to the left of him. And Wick will try and throw this ball. Wick over the middle, and the catch is made at the 45-yard line. Between the hash marks, it's J.P. Shofi, and Wick off the bench with a dazzling throw.
Well, what a huge play. Sierra Canyon, because they went to Wick, they dialed up a full blitz. But credit the offensive line for San Marino. They were able to pick everybody up, and everybody's blocked, and so he has time to throw the football. By the time the pressure gets there, he's able to get it off, and there's one-on-one coverage down the field. And, of course, Shofi, who's made so many plays this year, any type of up-for-grabs football, that's right in his wheelhouse. He's going to go up and get it.
J.J. Wick was 1 for 4 as he takes it and runs. And Wick trying to get to the outside and alertly gets out of bounds right at the first down marker, stopping the clock. And the 124 mark, it certainly didn't look like a guy who'd only completed 1 of 4 passes, and that completion was a touchdown, so leads you to believe it was probably a gimmick play.
Well, obviously he's a team captain, and so, he's not going to be in awe of the situation. He's going to compete. Now, he's not going to be the same as Glazier is or provide the same type of down-the-field throws that Glazier is, but a different dynamic in terms of having to use some of the zone read and some of the running plays by Wick. And as you see, he has athleticism to get out on the edge.
Wick firing it up there again, and it's caught inside the 10. And it's Shofi again. First and goal inside the 10.
It was so surprising to me that Sierra Canyon is lining up in man coverage. I mean, they're trying to get to Wick, but the problem is when you bring extra defenders, you have to play man coverage behind it. And Shofi has been able to go up and make 2 plays on, jump balls. And so Wick, understanding the coverage, I mean, he's read the coverage right, he's gone to the right player. Shofi continues to make plays for him, and San Marino, they continue to thrive on offense while they hope that Glazier finds a way back into this game.
It looks like he's throwing a shot put or a discus, but it's working. And now he's got a receiver open. I don't think he saw him. And they string the play out, and he fires it, and he still completes it down at the 2. Oh, this is fun watching right now as Shofi has another catch here on the drive.
Well, he's found the go-to guy. I mean, it didn't take him long to understand who was the guy to throw the ball to. San Marino's going to use a timeout with 35 seconds left or 35 seconds left in the half to sort of talk about it. But how about this? How about this energy?
This I think is the most shocking one right here because he looks dead to right.
Well, you're right, though. He missed a guy in the flat that was open, and it was Wick actually in the flat that he missed him with the initial read. And then he gets the ball back to him, and Wick catches that ball at the 1-yard line and keeps this drive going. But now there's time enough to run a couple plays here from the 2-yard line. You have a lot of options. I mean, you can run the football and then get back up on the ball and have time for at least 2 plays. Or you run it on first down and you call 2 plays right now. And then if you run the run play, you don't get in. You have a second play, which would be some type of pass play. And that way, if you don't, if the pass play is not there, you throw it incomplete and you have time.